what's your introduction to Lexington and UK been like so far?
It's been great. We had some unexpected weather there, but other than that, we've been having a lot of fun. We got a chance to move my family down. They're in New Albany, Indiana right now, so I've been able to go back and forth. But other than the weather, it's been a great couple of weeks.
Had you experienced snow like that
Oh,
before?
yeah.
You're a West Coast guy.
Oh yeah. I spent a little time in Wisconsin, so I know
Yeah.
I know a little something about the weather.
Andy, what attracted you to this job?
Well, number one, it was Coach Stoops. I really enjoy working for a defensive head coach, and Mark's resume is, it is what it is. He's one of the best in our business, and I jumped at the opportunity to be able to work with him.
Players say you're a funny guy. What do you do that makes them say that?
Well, yeah. Well, I forced him to say that. So. Yeah. So, no, we have a lot of fun with them. I think that's where it all starts. The teaching process and the learning process for them starts with gaining trust. And so that's the first thing that we try to establish with the players right away. And it works both ways. But, for them to say that means the process is working.
What are your thoughts on coaching in the SEC?
Well, I've only been in the SEC for a little less than a month now, so I'll answer that after the first year.
I got to think you were excited about getting that opportunity, though.
Oh, absolutely. I've had a taste of a lot of conferences. I've been in the in the Mountain West, the Pac-12, and the Big Ten, now the SEC. So I'm really excited about this opportunity.
From where you sat in those other conferences, what did the SEC look like? What did you think of it then?
Well, obviously it's one of the premier conferences in college football, and all of them in their own right are pretty strong. Mm-hmm. But this one has it all. This is big boy football over here. The players are bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. And it's week in and week out.
Mm-hmm. Can you sense the need that was here? DJ talked about it. When they got here, they didn't really have this position that you're coaching, and so then all of a sudden, he and Jimmy Broombaugh are sort of dividing time, trying to coach that position. Could you tell the need and sort of how valuable maybe that is to now have specialize?
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit the other day. It allows us to do some different things because we have a coach coaching those outside positions. When you have two guys trying to combine the coaching of those guys, it limits you in some of the things that you can do because the details aren't necessarily there to move into those other packages. So I'm hoping that I could add that that portion to our staff and be able to open some of the more dynamic packages, to be able to do more of the dynamic packages out there because we have an individual guy coaching those two guys.
Do you have an idea of recruiting territories yet? How you're going to fit into that?
Yeah, I'll be recruiting South Georgia, the southeast portion of Georgia, and then because we had a little bit of success up in New Jersey, I'm going to jump up in there and recruit that portion of the United States.
Andy, is this scheme much different than what you coached before?
Yes.
So are you in a learning process as well?
Well, I had a whole year off, and when you have that type of time off, you study football. And one of the things that I did throughout the whole last year was study the 3-4 defense. And because I've been a 4-down guy my entire career, so that gave me a chance to visit a lot of my friends and really study and dive into the nuts and bolts of the 3-4, and that was another thing that attracted me to this job.
Was there anybody in particular you leaned on to talk to about the 3-4?
Yeah, no one like Wright in particular, but I can say this: I spent a lot of time with DJ Durkin. He's a close friend of mine at the University of Florida. I spent a lot of time with Dave Aranda. He's a close friend of mine at Wisconsin. And then, I still went and saw, some of the 4-3 guys, just because everyone's dabbling a little bit into it. So, Chris Ash is another close friend of mine at Ohio State, and then obviously I went down and saw Brett at Arkansas. So, I kind of touched in all, a lot of different places to study this past year.
Personnel-wise, who do any of those guys jump out early? I know you're just in pads today or whatever.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get to know all these guys. Obviously in my position, Jason brings a whole lot of experience. Since he's played in the game, so it's been fun to watch him and see his leadership out there. Denzel's coming right along, and then Kobe Walker. He's a guy that we're really keeping a close eye on because, athletically, those guys are really hard to find. So he's going to be able to do a lot of different things for us. And when I say open up the package, that guy's going to be the first guy that we're looking to, that can do some of those things.
What are some of your special teams responsibilities going to be?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm gonna handle the 2 coverage units. I'll cover the punt. I'll coach the punt, and I'll coach the kickoff. Yeah.
Is that something you've done before, or something you're having to kind of?
Yeah, I've always had a piece of the special teams my entire career, and really I love the special teams. And in fact, if someone said, hey, tomorrow you need to be the special teams coordinator, I would love to do that. But to answer your question, at the University of Wisconsin, I was the kickoff coach there because Brett had separated it. But never before have I done the punt by myself as the coordinator to it. But like I said, I've been second in command everywhere I've been.
Most of the places that you've been the defensive coordinator, have you all piecemeal in terms of all the coaches participating in special teams?
Yes.
Everybody does
Well, it's been a split. A few places had coordinators to coach the special teams, and all of us dove in and helped. And then other places they divided it. It's been different. Throughout my career. Early in my career, we kind of all divided the special teams, and then kind of in the latter part of my career, we've had special teams coordinators everywhere. But doesn't mean it's wrong or right. It's just the way you do it. And I'll tell you this, we divided it when I was at the University of Wisconsin, and I loved my role there because I got to touch a lot more kids than I would normally be able to touch.
I was going to say, what are some of the pluses of splitting it up the way that they're doing?
Well, that's
now?
the main one.
Yeah.
That's the main one. If I was just the outside linebackers coach, I wouldn't touch as many of the players that I'm going to. And to be able to stand in front of the team and address them all and get to know them on a personal level is invaluable in coaching. So I think that's the number one. And then everybody has a piece of it, so there's more emphasis and more detailed into it.
Does that ever hurt continuity, though? Like, if you don't have one central guy that everything sort of runs through, or in your experience before?
No.
And you're part of a program that's been trying to climb this hill for a long time in the SEC, trying to get to the top. What are your thoughts on being a part of that?
Oh, wow. It's exciting. I've been a part of a couple of big turnarounds, and I'll say this has all the, it has all the workings of that happening right now, so.
Such as,
going from 2 wins to 5 wins, that's big. The stadium renovation and the facility renovation, that's huge. The type of recruiting that Coach Stoops and his staff have done, prior to me being here, those are all positive signs that this team is, the trajectory of this team is going in the right direction.
Right.
So we're pretty excited about that. And again, if there was a third reason why I came here, that would be it.
You said that you're still learning your guys. Is there one thing, though, that you're trying to get across to them about you and about the way you coach and what you expect from them?
Yeah, probably, let's be detailed. Let's do the little things right. Let's respect the game. Let's control the controllables, like our attitude. Come here ready, willing, and able, and know that willing and able come before ready. So those are the types of things that we talk about.
How's your wheelchair basketball game?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was fun. It's not as easy as you think. So there's a lot of respect in that. In that, it was a good experience. It was a good cause. Well, we had a lot of fun with that.
But your name is somewhat unique. What is the history there?
Buh
Yeah.
is Slovenian. So yeah, that's kind of where it's derived from.
Okay.
I don't know what generation I am. You know, I don't know if I can get into the family tree, but it is
All right.
Slovenian.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Thanks.
All right, everybody good?
Appreciate